Make sure you get my good side.
Hey guys, it's the Obscure Reference Show that we never are on point on how to start because I don't know if you guys can hear the ding or this is just a totally unprofessional outfit to begin with. But here we are. We've got Mike, who the cameraman app isn't working, so Mike's going to have to say something to switch focus.
Dear God.
You guys weren't stopping me.
That
reminded me.
I just want to see how long you're going to go.
I could have kept going for a long time.
Inward singing?
Inward singing.
In Ghostbusters 2, when the ghost train goes through Winston, and he's like, Winston!
I love that movie.
I know
Wait,
y'all do.
is that what they say?
Yeah, before the train goes through him, because he does that, tries to get the echo, and he goes, "Yo!" and he goes, "Winston."
Oh, I didn't realize that they were saying his name. I could never figure out what they were.
Yeah, that's why he's so freaked out. And then the train comes through and he screams.
Oh, well, no, that's before the heads on pikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's after the. Wait, I can't remember the order of that happens. Introduce somebody else, Drew.
We're still starting the show.
Patrick is here. Miles is here. They've got lower thirds. You can see who they are. What you guys got going on this week?
Unfortunately, it is the first week in April, which means we have a lot of internet bullshit to wade through.
Oh, good lord. April Fool's Day is just the worst. Comma, the worst. Slash, the worst.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of really is, because there are some outfits that really pass things off as news, and not stuff that's like, oh yeah, that's obviously fake, but like some stuff that's like, oh yeah, that could happen. And it's just generally irritating to shift through, because when stuff does actually get announced on that day, people call it bullshit because they don't know if it's true or not.
There were a couple of, there are always a couple of companies that do something really well. Like
that's true.
ThinkGeek usually does some cool stuff, like that Nerf nuke thing looks awesome.
Well, and the nice thing about what ThinkGeek does is ThinkGeek is like, hey guys, here's our funny product that we made for today. The rest of it's business as usual.
I would really like that Rosetta Stone Klingon. I know I'm the only one.
Of course you would.
Nerd.
Nuke neck. I think that would be awesome. I want to speak Klingon.
And Google's Pokemon thing was really cool.
The Google Pokemon thing was really cool. Did you guys catch any Pokemon?
I did not have a chance to play it, actually.
Yeah.
I caught all 150.
What? Do they just pay you to sit around at work and play around?
It actually didn't take that much time. I caught the first 106 by myself. I did use a little bit of Reddit help to get the last 43, 44. But yeah, I caught all 150, and I got no notification of anything. I accept a little banner at the top that says 150, but they didn't even give me like a pop-up thing. It felt kind of useless, but I did it. Damn it, I did it.
The best thing that really came out of April Fool's Day was we got a new episode of Homestar Runner.
Oh yeah.
I
don't know what you guys were talking about. You mentioned that the voices sounded off. I thought they were spot on still, but I haven't watched that show for.
So at the very beginning, Homestar's voice is super weird sounding. But the more he talks, the more it goes back into that old Homestar voice and sounds normal again.
And when you first sent that to me, I was like, okay, that's bullshit, because there hasn't been a new episode in 3 years. And
then you sit there.
And then I sit there like, I felt like that kid. I was like, oh my god, this is real. This is so awesome.
Yeah. Mike, are you a Homestar Runner guy?
I used to really get down with some Homestar Runner, but I just haven't checked out the website in a very long time. My favorite thing was Teen Girl Squad by far.
Teen Girl Squad!
Arrow!
I miss video games.
The ugly one!
Possums! Good stuff.
I want to watch all of those now. Homestar Runner came around for me at a really weird time. I guess it wasn't that weird. I had just gotten out of a messy breakup with the girl, and it was the first thing that I was allowing. It was kind of my fault, and it was the first thing that I was allowing myself to start laughing at and enjoying again and sharing with people. And I will always remember it for that, bringing me out of a funk.
You know, it was one thing that we bonded over early on in our college career, Drew, and I remember that. And Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh,
that was like one of our first conversations. Was you were like, "Yeah, I have all the episodes downloaded on my computer," and that flabbergasted me somehow. I was
well,
like,
at the time,
downloaded?
I did have the DVDs.
You got them through Napster, didn't you, Drew?
No, yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
that was post Napster. It was like probably Morpheus or Kazaa or something.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
definitely in that vein.
But
I had the
facetious.
DVDs, brother. I didn't have the episodes downloaded for a while, and at the time there were only like 3 DVDs. So.
Well, it was only like a couple of episodes because the show had like just came on. But that show was great. I was actually thinking after watching this Homestar Runner bit last night, I was like, I should buy these DVDs. Like, I want to watch these again. I don't want to click through like a million.
Yeah.
Like
The funny thing about it is, you know, I used to watch those things on an old like 1024 by 768 monitor, and now I've got a monitor with a much higher resolution, and it's that big on the screen, and it's a killer.
Yeah.
They're tiny.
Yeah, no, I remember that it used to be a huge resolution.
I still have the soundtrack, Strong Bag Scenes and Other Type Hits.
I had that too, man. I still say stuff is Crazy Go Nuts University.
I know. And I still love Everybody to the Limit.
Everybody to the limit. I love the Coach.
What about
Z rap.
Trogdor?
I mean, Trogdor's a kind of the given classic.
Classic.
Yeah.
You don't like
That's
do you don't like the Coach Z rap?
Coach
These people
Z,
try to phase.
1212.
I can't handle it. Could call me on my cell phone. I get busy.
I could use $1. Yeah, I could use a couple bucks. Or the Dangerous theme song.
Have you guys played the Homestar, the Strong Bad Telltale games?
No, because I keep forgetting they exist, and
I've owned them on Steam for like years now, and
Oh yeah, these
still
are the Stinko Man games.
need to. No, the Strong Bad point and click adventure games.
Oh no, I haven't played those.
I might have to pick that up on the next.
I played the
Telltale
first.
sale
I
on
played the
Steam.
first episode, and I remember it being kind of charming and enjoyable.
I need to check that out.
Those guys were in Atlanta for a long time. I don't know if they still
yeah.
are.
We should. Well, one of them does. The main guy does Yoga Vagaba now, I think.
I like that it's just randomly cycling through each of us in our blank stare
Well,
expression.
because the thing that lets me control the camera is not working. It won't download and install this time. So it's whatever makes a noise is what it flips to. So if you want to, do something, yeah, see, like that. So sometimes random just like chair squeaks will cause it to flip over.
Oh, that's weird.
I was on a hangout with somebody that was in a recording from a Starbucks, and every 5 seconds it would be flipping over to their computer just because of some random Starbucks nonsense in the background.
Thank you guys for not being in Starbucks right now. Thank you for being in your very.
Well, they're
quiet
closed.
October 7th is going to be busy for gamers, guys.
What's on October 7th?
So keeping my fingers crossed that it's going to be even passably good.
Star
Alien
Wars Galaxy
Isolation.
2.
No.
I really hope that's good too, Mike. It looks
yeah.
good.
And Shadow of Mordor.
Shadow of Mordor looks awesome.
It looks rad
It looks so good. Why does it look so good?
because it
It
looks
is-
good.
Because it looks good.
Speaking of games, when was the last time you guys bought a physical copy of a PC game?
The Witcher.
I actually
It's-
bought
It's
StarCraft.
Mista Pandaria just because I got it on for $5 at a GameStop on Black Friday. But
I felt super weird going into a GameStop being like, yes, I'd like one copy of the expansion pack for Diablo, on PC in a box, please.
What did they ask you if you wanted to pre-order?
I said, that is all I need. Thank you.
They didn't offer you Elder Scrolls Online?
No,
They offer you
Collector's
some kind of
Edition?
magazine subscription.
No, they did want me to renew my Power Up Rewards card. They wanted me to get the disc protection, which I haven't even used the disc for this. I just redeemed a code online.
Look,
So
as
anybody-
a former employee of GameStop, we are forced to ask you this.
And I
bullshit.
know.
No
you're
person there
forced.
wants to ask you this stuff.
I wholeheartedly understand needing to ask these things, but I just want to know who legitimately asks somebody like playing a game using BattleNet if they want a disc protection.
I mean, I agree 100%. But if they didn't ask, they would have gotten in trouble.
Sure, I understand. So I've been playing a lot of Reaper of Souls, and I have like a level 40 Crusader right now, and the Crusader is all kinds of badass. A lot of AoE stuff, a lot of stun locking, and a lot of like health regen on hit. So like literally, I feel unstoppable.
So it's kind of like the monk in the early days?
Yeah, but with cooler powers.
You said you wanted to play that with us, and I was gonna rebut. Have any of you
Did
guys?
you say you were
played,
gonna rub butts?
Like
I'll rub butts with you.
like that David Bowie dancing in the street video.
Oh,
Just David Bowie, period. I mean, if that's where this episode's going, then that's where this episode's going. But I'd say save it for. Let's get halfway through. No, I was gonna say, has anyone here played Path of Exile?
Yeah, I jumped into when it was. Is it still in beta or is it out now?
I think it's out because it's on Steam now.
I jumped into it for like an hour or two, and first of all, felt completely overwhelmed by the skill tree that was in it.
Yeah, supposedly it's pretty. It's like they took Diablo 2 and
Right, and ran with it.
made it a little much crazier.
People who I know that have played it have really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I have someone that's played it since like the beginning of the beta release, which has been like a year. It's been a long time.
It's been
But,
maybe even longer than that.
It's been
I-
a long road.
I liked Diablo 2. Like God, that was like a decade ago as well. That was like high school.
Diablo 2 was another 1997 game.
No, it was later than that. Diablo 1 was 97.
Wasn't Diablo 1 97? Okay.
Oh, I
StarCraft.
definitely-
StarCraft was 97.
Yes.
I definitely played 1 and 2. I just couldn't get into the online looking for sets of armor and weapons and like.
Well,
you know,
guess
rare
what,
drops.
Patrick? Don't worry about that bullshit anymore, because Loot 2.0 is here for you.
And Loop 2.0 rocks!
Yes, it made the game viable and fun and interesting to play.
I now have my character decked out in all rares with a few artifact or legendaries, whatever they're called, instead of like one yellow piece and everything else blue. It is so much better.
It is. And I also wanted to tell you guys about a game that Sarah and I just recently bought called Once Upon a Time.
Oh, like that show about the fairy tale characters who are in that city?
No, it's like that show about those guys that are somehow Secret Service agents, even though they're completely inept.
Shut the fuck up. Now I can finally say that. Shut the fuck up.
Miles, everybody, our resident low standards expert.
There's a lot of holding back cursing.
Yes, there was.
There was.
Listen to the more you
And
nerd.
you guys made fun of me before we started recording. Like,
I know.
Guys, this is
Although,
our
Patrick,
show.
I think you could have gotten away with that Jagoff joke.
Yeah,
I know that's where you were going.
No, I had a.
Is that worse than when Drew plays the rapist button on the soundboard?
Yeah, exactly.
I wish the soundboard worked on Heavy World.
No problem. There's no problem with saying rapists.
Once Upon a Time is actually a really cool game where players are dealt story cards, and everybody gets an ending card too, and you all need to work towards your specific ending that you drew from the deck, and you also get like concept cards and character cards.
Wait, wasn't this a Kickstarter thing that you did?
No, I've never done a Kickstarter.
Oh, okay.
I was going to no, I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking of, but so it's really cool because like you can interrupt other people's stories. So if I'm trying to end my story about like, and that's how the kingdom got its name, but somebody else is trying to end their story about, and the werewolf fell in love with the monster, or the other monster. I don't know. You can like try to draw like words out of other people, so someone could be like, "Oh, so there's a werewolf in your story. So what kind of dwelling does your werewolf live in? Like, would you say like a forest?" They would go, "Yeah, a forest." And then you get to pull out your forest card and be like, "Guess what? It's my turn to tell a story because you used one of my words."
Oh, cool! Yeah, I feel like you've briefly mentioned this game before, maybe like a year ago. But like, I really want to play that game. It sounds awesome.
It's really really neat, and my favorite thing about it is how much just free creativity it inspires from anybody playing.
It sounds like
Slappy, you look like you lost weight.
Huh?
You look like you've lost weight.
I hope so. Thanks for noticing, girlfriend.
You're looking good, man. You're looking
Thanks,
good.
buddy. Are we doing that rubbing butts thing now?
Yeah, that was what I was thinking.
You start. You put your butt up first.
Patrick in the
not
in
on
the chat room.
Not a picture on the microphone. We need to hear it on the podcast.
Nerd Off Patrick is saying how nice of Blizzard to finally fix their game 2 years later, and I want to take a little time out here and say that the auction house was only there to begin with because of all the crap that went down with Diablo 2 and the trading of stuff on eBay and all that kind of crazy nonsense. They were just trying to give people a safe place that people wouldn't get robbed on the internet.
I'm still with him though.
Yeah, I am too.
It still took way too long to get to this point.
Now, I agree. The auction house sucked. I'm
Especially when the real money auction house got kicked off.
You sound like Obama. Now, I agree. The auction house sucked.
The auction house sucked. It was not very good, but we are doing the best we can. With the new Loot 2.0 system, we have over 7 million subscribers, and
Diablo Care is working, and we are getting Loot 2.0 working for them. Just a reminder, the deadline to apply has passed, so if you didn't get in on Loop 2.0, you're probably not going to get in.
There will be another period to enroll sometime.
You can keep your swords, rubies, and spells. I'll keep my freedom.
9/11 was an inside job.
The fall of the cathedral was an inside job.
Actually, that was an inside job.
I'm at the last boss of Dark Souls 2.
Oh shit!
Good for you.
I just can't bring myself to beat it yet, so I'm gonna.
Wait! Can you not bring yourself to actually do it, or you can't do it?
Oh no! Like the boss is actually pretty easy. Like I've whittled the boss down to like a quarter of health the 2 times that I've tried it, and I just haven't gone to finish it yet. There's a couple optional bosses that I think I'm gonna try and kill first, but I don't think it's necessary.
So why do you have the hesitation? Do you just not want to finish the game yet?
No, I think like I just want to I want to get in my zone and have like that dedicated like time to just be like, all right, I'm finishing Dark Souls 2. This is that momentous occasion, and I'm waiting for like a day off or something to do that.
So okay, now that you're pretty much finished the game, how has your experience been compared to the first one?
So obviously I was way more prepared for it.
To die?
Yes, but it was still. I mean, it was like playing an extension of Dark Souls. It's still great, but it's everything I hoped it would be, and then a little bit more. Just from it's more Dark Souls, so it's worth it.
I mean, that's kind of how I feel about it too. But I was kind of curious if it was an altogether different experience, or it was just like more Dark Souls.
Not really. It took a little bit of it took a little getting used to like the feel of the game, because it does feel different a little bit. So, but ultimately, it was pretty easy to get a hold of, and it is. I think the biggest difference is the boss souls, like trading those, like straight up trading those for weapons, rather than having to craft and figure out the weapons crafting system.
Huh.
And that's probably, I think, one of the best things about it is that. So, though there's some Dark Souls bullshittery happening in this game with some of the items that you get.
What is that?
There is a series of items that you can collect to make one of the bosses weaker, and if you don't have them in your inventory, he has like 32 times defense. And they are extremely finite and potentially beneficial items to use. So I don't know when I was supposed to find this out, which I wasn't, except through like internet hearsay. But like it's really shitty. So like these really rare items that if you don't have them in your inventory, this one boss is 32 times harder to beat than he would be if you had these items in your inventory.
See, that's why I always hated using anything in the first Dark Souls, because I was always paranoid at some point I was going to need it.
Yep.
Yeah, because there's no one being like, oh yeah, you know, this thing that was in your inventory from the start of the game, you probably should keep that. Don't use it like willy-nilly, like the pine gold resin. Like, there's no explanation about that, yeah?
I mean, it does say it imbues your weapon with lightning power.
I mean, do you get more of it as the game progresses?
Yeah, you can find them around.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I hoarded crap like that. All 3 of them that I ever found. We got some Would You Rathers. These came in from Nerd Off Patrick.
Oh, real quick, Frozen was a good movie. I watched
Frozen
that.
was a good movie.
I still haven't seen it.
It's really good.
Top 10 grossing worldwide film all time now.
Yeah, it's the highest grossing animated film of all time.
Yeah, it's pretty fantastic. Just from like the one reason I really like it more than anything is it. You know how like in Disney movies and it's always like the girl needs to have the power of the man with her in order to get through and stuff like that. Like there's always like a relationship that relies on like the relationships between like the prince and the princess and stuff like that. But one of the reasons I really like Frozen is they put a lot of emphasis on like relationships between like siblings and stuff like that, and I thought that was a pretty nice like take on it, on like the love story, if you will.
Yeah, and you don't, and the love story that does happen in the movie feels pretty good. Feels like it would happen that way. But anyway,
Would you rather?
That's boring girl stuff. Let's talk about Would You Rathers. Would you rather be a member of the Avengers or the Justice League?
Avengers.
Justice League.
I feel like survival rate on the Justice League is a little higher than the Avengers.
Well, not only that, but if you're in the Justice League, that means you probably have some badass powers or some badass willpower. So.
Yeah, they
because like Avengers now, if you're a hero, you're in. But in the Justice League, they have standards.
Still cooler heroes.
Yeah, like Squirrel Girl.
Oh yeah, that's there's the one that you can pick.
Black Knight.
There's a lot of
Nomad. I can name lame Avengers characters if you want me to.
Well, but all the characters in the Justice League are lame.
Oh bullshit!
He's just getting.
I know
your goat. He's just getting your goat.
I think I'd have to say Justice League 2 just for the reason you have like backup, you can count on. It's like Superman, Batman, they got your back. Like,
well, if you're in the Justice League, you know you're badass.
Yeah,
like,
is Ant-Man gonna have my back?
Well, wait. If you're in the Justice League and because you are a badass, that means Kid Rock's in the Justice League.
That means what? I couldn't hear that last part.
Kid Rock is in the Justice League.
Oh shit!
By that thought process.
You know, he goes out there, he puts on a show, and you're just shitting all over him here tonight. What did Kid Rock ever do to you?
He threw somebody through a Waffle House window here in Georgia.
Was it somebody that you knew?
No. But these are black people!
He throw you through a wall. Like, you in that Waffle House, and you're just like, man, you know what? I hate Kid Rock's face. And he was like, what, man? And then
you know what?
Picked you up.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
No, it's the ghost of Joe
you gotta think about it. Back to the question, like either you're one of the most like powerful people on Earth, or you're Batman,
or you're Kid Rock.
No, Kid Rock has no place anywhere in this league.
But his name is Kid. Okay, that joke is lame. Would you rather be trapped in a spaceship with a xenomorph or hunted by a predator in the jungle?
Xenomorph.
Oh, that's tough.
Ooh,
More people have killed more xenomorphs than people have killed predators.
That's a good point. I would
If
have to
Danny
say the
Glover
xenomorph.
can kill a predator, I can kill.
Yeah, because
And
he's
he
too damn old for
is.
this shit.
And he, damn it!
Mike just picks up his headphones, drops them, walks away.
We've got to watch Predator 2 for the Morning Nerd.
I agree. I don't know because the predators are tough SOBs, but the xenomorphs bleed acid, and they're pretty beastly as well.
I am horrified by the xenomorphs still to this day. I can't. I'm still freaked out by them.
I'm more freaked out by them than the predator. So I'm gonna go
at
with
least with the
xenomorph.
predator. Look at me. Look at me. No predator is gonna bother. I'm not prey. I am not.
That's true because they go after the apex. They go after the best of the best.
I am not an apex predator on this planet. I am just a
Sexual predator.
I am not legally required to say anything about that to the listening audience on the internet.
All your neighbors know, though. That's by law.
Well, they have to. Somebody's going to take that the wrong way.
I know. What's the next question?
Just a joke, guys. It's just a joke. Would you rather be an assassin in Italy during the Renaissance or a Gundam pilot?
Gundam pilot.
I wonder who's going here.
I wonder what I'm going to pick. Yeah,
They had
easily.
some terrible diseases back in the day.
Yeah, that was going to be my first thing. Is that's an awful time to live.
Well, not only that, but a Gundam pilot. How awesome is that going to be?
Well, you got to be careful which Gundam pilot, because if you're not in the main Gundam, you do not have plot armor that lasts the entire series. You may still get axed.
But I still get to fly a giant robot, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that I don't care. Yeah, that.
Well, it's like, would you rather be a Gundam pilot and die within like a week, or be a assassin, in Italy for like 10 years? It's like I would still rather be a pilot for a week.
Yeah, I'm still going Gundam pilot because how can I not? How can I not? Would you rather who would you rather have backing you up in a barroom brawl, Gordon Freeman or Frank West?
I'm going to say Frank West because he has a camera and he can get PP.
I am going to say Gordon Freeman because I don't think Frank West could shut up about it after the fight was over.
I'm going to say Frank West because I feel like Gordon Freeman would wait forever to back me up.
Now, he'd pop in right when he was needed. That's the thing about Gordon Freeman. He's always there.
I was more or less waiting for a Half-Life 3 joke.
Oh, well, he's not needed yet. Moving on. Would you rather explore real-life Skyrim or real-life Azeroth?
Skyrim.
Well,
Azeroth. Easily
Azeroth does have a lot more of a variety of stuff.
So here's real-life Skyrim. There's some snow over there.
Okay,
And
Well,
beautiful
a little bit of
mountains.
green.
And
And
dragons.
there's some beautiful mountains. Yeah, but you got
We're
all
talking
that
about
in
real-life-
Azeroth.
You also have like the ghost lands
Skyrim.
and shit like that. I'm gonna go with Azeroth.
Azeroth, you've got all sorts of crazy, like, you cross a border and then suddenly you're in a completely different
But also
looking
keep in
area.
mind, Drew. I don't think Mike's ever played the game.
I have.
Oh, you have?
Going back, I think the base of this question is the world of Skyrim or the world of World of Warcraft. I don't think in this question it's...
How about can we make it the world of
barriers
Elder
of-
Scrolls?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's like, oh, you get to the edge of the mountains and you can't go any further. We're talking about real life here. You can walk beyond the mountains.
I mean, if it's Elder Scrolls versus Azeroth,
You're still going Elder
I'm
Scrolls.
still going Elder Scrolls.
I'm still going Azeroth.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Azeroth as
I'd
well.
at least know my way around.
I know my way around. Your mama. Your mama's so fat, her Patronus is a cake.
Oh man, would you rather fight in a Jaeger, or fight as Godzilla, or fight as Cloverfield? Assuming the monsters are roughly the same size.
Oh.
Oh no, who would you rather fight in a Jaeger, Godzilla or Cloverfield?
Oh, Cloverfield, because he'd be easier to kill.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I do.
Clover was never confirmed as dead.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, how many movies has Clover been in?
Ooh.
It doesn't matter how many movies Godzilla has whored herself.
And also,
for.
Godzilla also has way more tactics, and
Godzilla never had Matthew Broderick, bitch. Bringing him. Oh wait, fuck. Clover never had Godzilla bringing him down.
you still messed that up.
Clover. God damn it. I'm so tired.
I would rather fight Clover.
Oh man,
I'd rather fight Gamera.
Gamera is a friend of all children. Also, Gamera would totally mess you up.
See, the problem here...
Before we get to Pat's game, I do want to bring up the subject that is near and dear to many people's hearts this week, the subject of series finales. The How I Met Your Mother Season 9 and series finale aired this week. That was
What happened?
hugely divisive
Who's
amongst
the mother?
fans.
Well,
We-
there's a
we-
lady that you've met.
The mother's long been known.
Yeah, we've known about the mother for a year. That was
a lot of
a waste of time.
A lot of people really hated the finale. I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was
Is Jason
definitely
Segel?
a missed opportunity. But
You're incorrect, Miles. It was pretty bad.
no, I really didn't think it was that bad. I felt like it was poorly presented.
Yes.
But I was kind of like,
Oh, Mike, behave. I stayed awake for your stupid Dark Souls 2 conversation.
I was
Wake up.
I was talking about series finales this week, and they were like, "Oh, this is the worst one." I was like, "Well, nothing really is worse than Seinfeld." But I was kind of trying to get your input as what's your least favorite series finale on a series that's ended of its own
I
volition.
didn't think the Seinfeld series finale was as bad as everybody. I mean,
Oh,
like
I thought it was
kind of-
terrible.
It was
It's
kind of like a
probably been-
montagey best of thing, but I thought it was.
I see.
thought-
That's the most bullshit thing to end on for
It's
me.
probably been 10 years, if not more than that, since I've seen the Seinfeld finale, so I can't really
Yeah.
comment on that one anymore.
I just think in general comedies where it's not like you don't have like major mysteries or plots to like kind of wrap up. Like I don't think the end should be anything like super crazy, you know? Like it makes for like a huge dramatic show to have a massive, you know, ending, plot spanning ending where like everything is kind of neatly put away. But like The Office was nice. That series
I
finale
still haven't
kinda
watched
brought-
that last season. Well, I haven't watched the last
But,
episode.
okay, what's a series finale on a series that ended of its own volition that you really hated?
Lost.
Lost, Battlestar Galactica.
Mm.
I'm trying to think of any other shows I've watched to completion.
Yeah.
I'm getting.
I thought
close.
you. I didn't know that you hated the Battlestar one that much, Drew.
It was dumb.
A lot of
didn't
people
like it.
hated Enterprise's finale, but that wasn't.
Oh,
really
Enterprise's
their-
finale
Enterprise
was-
period.
That wasn't their
Enterprise's
own
finale was-
volition. Like that was kind of like, thrown
No.
together.
It was their own volition. They screwed that up. They
Well, they didn't ask. I mean, they
really
weren't
screwed
going to end
that
the
up.
show then. Like they were canceled before they kind of got finished. But
Don't worry, we're not going to spoil. We're not going to spoil any. Ian in the chat room. We're not going to spoil anything on the How I Met Your Mother finale, except that I did not like it at all.
but yeah,
so
so
take
weird.
that for what you will.
Well, a lot of
And-
people were divided about it. When I didn't watch it, but a lot of
I could explain my thoughts, or you could go to my wife's Facebook page and see a whole long rant about what she thought.
I have a yes or no question. Is there actually stuff to spoil in that series finale?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and like Ian said, he skipped a number of our podcasts because of our spoilers, and we obviously apologize, Ian, but that's kind of the nature of this particular show is we usually talk about stuff that we've either seen or have experienced. So this one's a little more spoiler warning of a show, but this one's so brand new that that kind of goes with our usual philosophy of not spoiling something that new.
Another terrible finale. Chuck had a terrible finale for what was.
I never watched Chuck to completion.
I didn't either until this January because I had a lot of time on my hands because of all the crap that was going on in my house.
Right.
And yeah, that show, like, it was really good at first. It got kind of middling, and then it got good and bad and okay, and then just the ending, they made it too serious.
Patrick asked, if you go back in time and change one ending, what would it be? Mass Effect 3, Lost, How I Met Your Mother, or Battlestar?
I've never seen the end of Battlestar. I've never watched How I Met Your Mother. I would probably not care enough to change Lost because after the second season, you shouldn't watch it anyways. So, and Mass Effect 3, I was okay with for the most part.
I would change Mass Effect 3.
That would be the one I would change, but
yeah.
I haven't played Mass Effect 3, so I can't really say. I didn't watch Battlestar to completion. I didn't watch Lost to completion.
What's up with you guys not watching Battlestar to completion?
Because it got
college when
monotonous.
I just lost interest in the show. Like I've perpetually stuck in like episode 2 of season 3 where they make it down to
season 3 starts off kind of slow, but it gets super hardcore.
Yes,
I've also heard that.
I'm kind of where Mike is actually. That's where I stopped watching.
Where they advanced like 6 months.
It was a year.
Or a year. Where they got to the planet. That's where I really stopped watching it. Because I was like, okay, well, I mean, it's crazy that they're doing this new dynamic. They were in there for like 3 episodes. They were on that planet, and then they were back to the status quo. And I was like, really? Like that's
it wasn't the status quo. The quo.
Were they back on a ship being chased through space? Yeah, it was the same. I would have liked an entire season on the planet if they were going to do that, but It pulled me out of that show for some reason. I just couldn't get back in.
I don't know. I was at that point pretty invested in the characters. It didn't really... Battlestar didn't start losing me until season 4. About halfway through. The last arc. It was still good, but it's just...
From shows that are ending to shows that are beginning, I watched, I don't know if I've talked to you guys about it, new show on Comedy Central, Broad City.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
I watched the pilot episode of it, and I was just... that pilot episode was rough.
You didn't like it?
And it was right after Workaholics, too, which is amazing.
Yeah. I love Workaholics.
Workaholics is phenomenal.
I can't get into Workaholics.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, Drew, come on.
I only tried one episode, but it didn't.
I watched the pilot episode of Broad City, and I did not like it at all.
It's based on web series of some kind.
Yeah, the web series is really, really rough, but it gets better. I've caught up with it now. They're about 7 episodes in, and it's really funny. I highly recommend it.
So, we just got done talking about this. Like, my question for you, Patrick, is, did you like the pilot episode?
Yeah, I liked it enough to where I wanted to continue watching. For some reason, I watched it on, Comedy Central's website, and then, none of the other episodes were up at that point. I was like, oh, well, that stinks. Not even thinking to check Hulu. But, I also watched at that point, the commercial for episode 2, and the commercial was enough to keep me going.
I just have a really hard time if there's a show that I'm not like, oh man, I gotta check this out. I probably will never watch it again because it really has to pull me away from other things I want to do for me to get interested in it, and it's I don't know. I can't put that kind of investment into stuff, I guess.
Patrick, did you watch...
I have TV committing problems.
What, Drew?
Did you watch Kroll Show?
I did. Yeah, I'm caught up with that show, too.
What did you think of that?
I really enjoyed it. I know you guys are not into his like characters and stuff.
No, I
I've
like
never
Kroll
seen
Show. I like Kroll Show a lot.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
well, who was I talking to? Oh no, maybe it was.
I think Mike doesn't like Kroll Show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw a couple like of his characters. Like I consistently think that I only like his character in the league. Like I don't like him when he guests on other people's podcasts. And like his show and the snippets that I've seen, for some reason there's something about his comedy style that just doesn't mesh with me. Why would you talk about stuff that I don't like?
I love Nick Kroll on whenever he's on Comedy Bang Bang.
See, the only one that I've liked that he's done on Comedy Bang Bang was when they were doing Stallone and Frank Stallone, which was amazing.
I liked Nick Kroll when he was on Human Giant.
I don't remember who he was on Human Giant.
I never watched Human Giant.
Human
Giant
Giant was
was good.
hilarious.
Yeah.
It's got a bunch of people that I like. It seems like I would enjoy it, but it for some reason I never got to see it. Patrick, we've been doing this show for like 40 minutes now. Let's do this game.
Wait, have you guys ever heard of a show called what is it called? Rick and Morty?
I have heard amazing things about it this week.
I just caught a couple episodes on Adult Swim's website, and it is a treat.
It's co-created by Dan Harmon, who co-created Community.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's super stupid and super absurd and super hilarious. I don't even want to go into it, but you guys should totally check it out.
All right. So, Patrick, this game.
Well, I was actually waiting to spring the game when someone said the secret password. I don't think it's been said yet.
Summer Sanders.
Oh, man.
Colonel
Got
Sanders.
it.
Summer Sausage.
Sailor
got it.
Moon.
Mike's got it.
Suzanne Summers.
I don't understand
Jazzercise.
how that
Thigh
didn't come
Master.
up already. But no, I was just waiting for a password, and I was going to buzz in and be like, oh, that's it. Didn't happen. So we have it at the end of the episode like it is.
The password is start the game.
The password is butt stuff.
The password is... I don't know. I lost it.
The password is #hashbrowns.
Hashtag Browns.
I've used
The
that
password
joke
is
before.
your Friendster password.
Brown hashtags. So, oh god, do I have a name for this game?
Oh, God. Here we go.
I don't have a name for. Oh no, the game is called What Would Reddit Say? I'm a big fan of the website Reddit. I don't know if you guys know this about me. I'm on there like easily 5 hours a day, looking at bullshit.
What are they doing? Just paying you to sit around and be on Reddit all day?
No, I do that while I'm on the podcast. I do it when I'm at home. But there's a subreddit on Reddit called Ask Reddit where you can ask questions. Everyone gives their answer. We're going to answer some of those questions. You get points if you can guess like one of the top voted responses that someone said, or if you have a very original response that is very good. So let's do what would we do for a question? This is kind of like a would you
Story of a
rather
girl.
type game.
Quit a river and drown the whole world.
And she looks so sad in photographs. I really love her. And she smiles.
All right, so everyone is starting with -1 point. The first question is, if life were an RPG, role-playing game, what loot would you drop?
And so we're guessing what the top comment was? Is that what you said?
Yeah, no, if you can bring up the top comment, you get a point, or one of the top comments, or if you have a very good original top comment, you would also get a point for that. A little creativity.
So if we were killed in the RPG, what would we drop?
If you
My
were a bad
wallet.
guy. A wallet, alright. What?
That's not snarky enough.
Anything in the wallet?
With nothing in it.
Oh.
It would be the worst loot drop ever. It would be like playing. It would be like playing Diablo before Loot 2.0 came out.
You'd have to go to the auction house to trade for something that Mike actually drops some other time when you fight him. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, this is hard. I feel like we could have come up with these earlier in the day and sprung them out here, but this ain't no kind of rodeo.
This ain't no kind of rodeo, guys.
Miles, well,
I'm gonna
you
drop.
just
I'm gonna drop a book of stupid catchphrases.
Book of Stupid. Is that something you actually have on
this,
you?
Like this ain't no kind of rodeo.
Like this ain't no kind of rodeo. Or just wrong catchphrases, just incorrect things.
Miles, what would you drop if I killed you in an RPG?
A growler of beer.
I'm so confused. Do you have these things on you?
I have a growler of beer. It's the breakfast blend.
At all times?
No, but I figure if I was a character in a Final Fantasy game, I might.
All right, so we're going to give points to, let's say, Mike for wallet. I think that matches up with the fourth highest rated comment, which was they would drop a debt. If they were
I would say a wallet with nothing in it and debt are pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, and we'll give Miles a point because he's sexy.
I didn't realize that was an option. I was taking off my shirt or something.
Well, another one of the top comments.
Or rub butts.
Another top comment
we can rub
was
butts.
a damaged liver was one of the top comments. I guess I could read these. That would be fun.
Well, so mine's kind of close to that then.
I was about to say 8 boar livers, but that's a...
The number one
MMO joke.
voted comment was one human corpse with a 25% drop rate, which if you played World of Warcraft, you understand the annoyance of that. All right, cool. So on to question number 2. If at age 5 you had to decide what your career would be for the rest of your life, what would you be doing right now?
Ninja.
Ninja?
Yep. I was pretty dead set on being a ninja when I was 5. Specifically, actually, a Ninja Turtle, which is impossible.
I have probably the most obvious answer. I would be Batman.
Yeah, but were you reading Batman at age 5?
I was watching the Adam West Batman show. I was going to be climbing up the side of buildings with a rope.
Drew, you can't lie on this podcast. It's okay to say you would be Robin. Everyone wanted to be Robin.
No,
you want to hang out with Batman.
No one wanted to be Robin.
I could see Drew as a budding Tim Drake.
Old chum.
Batman has too many responsibilities. Robin just gets along for the ride. It's a lot of fun.
So, my real life answer would have
Whatever
been
you want.
A marine biologist, because I wanted to be the shit out of a marine biologist when I was a kid.
Be the or beat the?
Man. Mike, you and I...
What?
He was asking if you said BA or BA.
Oh, yeah, as a kid I always wanted to really just lay some smackdown on a marine biologist.
Mike, me too. I don't... What happened? Why are neither of us giving...
I don't know, I just got
the
the permanent... I just got my love for it and permanently emblazoned to my body with ink.
Cool. We're giving Mike a point for his heartfelt answer, and top 4th rated answer was a scientist. A bad scientist, to be particular. And Drew and Miles are both getting 2 points because the second top rated answer is I'd be a Jedi, which is very similar to both Batman and a ninja.
Agreed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I probably would also be a Ninja Turtle. I don't know how I would turn
Patrick.
See, that was the thing. When I was a kid, I didn't even have the concept that I couldn't be a turtle, but I was like, I'm gonna be a Ninja Turtle when I grow up.
Patrick in the chat room says he would be an astronaut or a street shark.
I thought astronaut was going to be on this list.
That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty awesome. Damn it, Miles!
Oh man, this is I think the latest we've recorded this show live. My connection has gotten so bad that I've dropped to audio only, so that's fantastic.
I can still see you.
I can still see everyone.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah, we're getting punchy.
I'm one up on Mike left and right tonight. This is a rare treat.
Question number 3. I know, Miles, you are not drunk right now, correct? You're not like slam faced, because I think that dulls your reaction time normally.
I mean, I've been drinking, but I have not drunk.
Question number 3. What's the worst business idea that made someone millions of dollars? What's the worst business idea that is super popular and makes a lot of the money?
Facebook.
Oh, wow, Facebook. You don't like
organized religion?
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
That's probably gonna be like top 3. Managerial consulting.
I'm gonna say, Drew definitely gets a point there, because number 3 on the list is a jump to conclusions, Matt.
Nice.
Makes me think of managerial consulting from Office Space.
I connect with the customers.
The number 1 most voted top comment was the sham wow. The person writes, "It's a fucking yellow rag."
That's pretty amazing.
And of course, the pet rock is up there as well.
Yeah,
I was gonna say pet rock.
All right, so
You know what's so funny is I had a friend of mine. This is
I was
hard.
too busy trying to be clever.
Celebrated the 10th anniversary of her having a pet rock today on Facebook.
Wow, that is a defriending situation.
In rock years, though, she didn't have much time left.
No.
Okay, I think that rock's gonna outlive her, but
that's the joke, Patrick.
That was the joke.
I don't understand why you're
It's
talking
okay.
about.
Just next question.
Does it normally?
Moving on.
How many rock years?
Next song. Next song.
What?
Thank you, Tenacious D reference.
Drew and Mike, you guys live sort of near one another, so this might be a hard one for you to differentiate. But this is quite literally, what did the local Blockbuster in your neighborhood turn into once it went out of business?
Currently? Like the one that's closest to me, like currently?
Correct.
Or okay. Oh wait, I was thinking actually like factual here.
Well, you can, yeah. I mean, it could be the top answer.
I didn't know if like I don't know if
I'm equidistant between 2. I'm gonna give 2 answers because damn it, I can. One
That's not against the rules, so go right ahead.
One turned into a high-class burger restaurant that was opened by a guy who was on Top Chef.
Was it one guy or was it 5 guys that were on Top Chef?
No, it's called Flip Burger. It's one of a couple of locations in Atlanta. It's pretty good, actually.
Delicious.
The other turned into an empty building.
Okay.
See, yeah, the one that's literally 50 feet away from me is an empty building.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that's right around the corner from me was empty for a while, and now it's a Sprint store.
All right, so we'll give a point to Mike and Miles. I think both of those came up. The number 1 answer, of course, is abandoned building that looks like an old Blockbuster. But
It's still got the big like thing,
little ticket
like
stub
the logo,
thing.
except like the ticket stub logo, except it's covered up so you can't see it, but you still see the shape of it.
Drew gets 2 points because the 5th answer was indeed 5 Guys, a burger place. That's this game. Let's do maybe 1 or 2 more. Which currently dead person would you like to see do an interview on Reddit, also known as a Ask Me Anything, an AMA? What currently dead person would you like to see interviewed by the internet, basically?
Does Jesus count? Because technically he died, but then he came back, but then he ascended to heaven.
We were assuming he existed.
Was he a person, and did he die? Then yes, this counts.
You guys are racist.
What?
Just kidding.
That's a good one. I'm gonna go with Nikola Tesla.
Tesla. And
Judging by Mike's reaction right now, I'm actually gonna change my answer and say Mike, because Mike, are you okay? Are you okay, Mike?
He's nodding. It doesn't work on the podcast, the audio.
Well, exclusive features for video watchers.
Except since you're not making any sound, I can't control the camera to see you nodding. So unless you make a noise, it's not gonna do anything anyway.
Ooh, that exclusive.
Speaking of, you have been asked to grab your mandolin while you're in silence.
That's not happening. I can tell you folks right now. He's slunched down. It's full relaxation pose.
Or
Mike,
text Sarah to come bring it for you.
All right, it's almost midnight, guys. Can we get the show on the road?
Well, answer
you
the
have
question.
an answer, Mike.
John Cusack's career.
That's inaccurate.
You're looking at this. No, number one was literally Hitler. It was
Hitler or literally Hitler? Because I know a guy that goes by the name literally Hitler.
Stolen driver's license and everything. Number two is Steve Irwin, which makes me sad.
Yeah.
But number three was, in fact, the Jeebus.
I'm glad that Hitler was number one, but Steve Irwin right there.
No, guys, seriously, it goes Hitler, Steve Irwin, and then Jesus. We have more to learn from Hitler, Steve Irwin, who, like, half of his life is on film. Like, we understand what he's all about.
Right.
He likes Croc.
Right.
And then
like yeah, that's nuts. That was stupid.
I enjoyed the game. I don't care.
I liked it.
Oh, is the game over?
Well, we can do one more, but you said it's near midnight.
Nope. Game over. F+. Click.
Who